if you ever dreamed of falling in love.
Dream, yeah?
And raise your hand again if you not only dreamed of falling in love, but you also wanted to feel cherished and understood and heard and appreciated. If you've been with me on the 31st of October 1965, you would have seen me about to enter the Goethe Institute in Knightsbridge. I'm going on a concert because I'm really excited. I love classical music, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. I'm also excited because it's the first event I'm going to since I first arrived to England in Buenos Aires 3 months ago. I came early because I want to make sure I get a good seat. I go in, and the place is empty. Well, empty, except for one man who's sitting right back in the middle of the room. I take a look at him. I like what I see. So I go and sit right next to him.
That's right.
Well, I don't know how many social taboos I'm breaking. What the hell do I know? I've just arrived in England. So he looks a bit startled, looks at me, and I smile brightly.
That's right.
He has lovely grey blue eyes, black hair, wears specs, and he's got the cutest dimples you've ever seen. And I engage him in conversation.
Immediately.
And I decide, right there and then, to see if I can make him fall in love with me. I need to know. I need to know because I'm not sure how attractive I really am, how lovable. Fast forward, and it's the 12th of January 1966. And if you'd been with me on that day, you would have seen a very happy Sue.
Wow.
Jim turns to me and says, Sue, I have something to say to you. I care about you. Let's get married.
Wow.
Oh, yes, yes.
Wow.
Oh, this is so wonderful. But promise me, you will never change. I promise, I promise. Oh my God, he loves me just the way I am. We marry on the 14th of March,
Wow.
1966.
Wow.
And it doesn't take long for my fantasies to be replaced by reality. He doesn't love me.
Oh no.
He doesn't care about me. He doesn't listen to me.
Oh no.
He doesn't share his life with me. He's not interested in mine.
Oh.
And I feel so lonely.
Oh.
Have you ever been in a situation where you had such high expectations only to have them dashed?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Happened to me something.
But I decide to suppress my feelings, to pretend that everything is fine. This is called being in denial. And I'm very good at deceiving myself.
Oh.
However, I cannot deceive my body. I've always been healthy, always, but now suddenly I start developing all kinds of conditions, from severe pains to deep depression. I'm prescribed Valium, the miracle drug at the time. Well, the real miracle is that I didn't become addicted. And I do a lot of comfort eating, a lot of comfort eating, and I put on so much weight. Well, I have to go on a diet. And I like my food, what am I going to do? And then I get this great idea. I can eat whatever I like. All I have to do afterwards is make myself vomit. A friend who was really concerned for me because I ended up skin and bones sent me to my GP, and he said to me, "You're suffering from a condition called bulimia, a severe eating disorder, and if you don't treat it straight away, it could prove fatal." I believe that the only reason I'm standing here before you today is I didn't want to die. Fast forward, and I'm 56. I feel lonely, I feel hopeless, I feel helpless to change anything. And then I meet a man. His name is Alan, and Alan becomes my life coach. And gradually, very gradually, I begin to change until I reach the point when I know I deserve better, I deserve to be loved, I deserve to be happy. And so, at the age of 60, and after 37 years, I leave my marriage. And I spend the next 10 years building a wonderful life for myself. I discover that I'm more capable, more resourceful, more resilient than I ever imagined I was. I write my autobiography. I want people to know they don't have to stay in a painful place. I become a life coach, a relationship coach. I call myself the over 50s love specialist. And I go on adventures. My last adventure was Turkey. I went on a holiday to Turkey, paragliding, paragliding, and I'm 70. Whoa, it was brilliant. My life could not be any better. Well, at least that's what I believe. Except that 2 weeks after I come back from Turkey, I meet Paul. And Paul is also 70, like me. And he turns out to be my soulmate, my lover, my friend, my partner. So when I was preparing for this talk, I was thinking about my health. And I realized I have never felt better in my life. Absolutely brilliant. But I never made the connection between how I felt when I was married and how I'm feeling now. Because there is a connection between the quality of your health and the quality of your relationships. Not just your romantic relationships, it could be your relationship with your family, your children, your friends, your work colleagues. If you feel small, unimportant, then believe me, it will affect your confidence as it did me. I actually believed I was unattractive as a woman. My confidence was at rock bottom. I told you about my bulimia. And I felt I didn't matter. And all my relationships were evidence of my beliefs. Until I left, until I discovered who I really was, until I met Paul, and until I've become happy and fulfilled in my work, in my life, in my love, in my friendships, because it's all one. I feel a huge connection with you. There is love in this room. So when things go really wrong and you feel at rock bottom, what can we do about it? Well, the first thing to do is to sort out your health, because doing nothing is not an option. But after that, there is something else you need to do. You need to look at the causes of your loss of confidence. You need to look at the causes of your stress. You need to look at the causes of why are you catching all these bugs that come at you and you can't shake them off? What's going on? Ask yourself those questions. What are you willing to do to change your future? Because what is going on is your environment. Look at your environment. Look at your relationships. And so, what are you willing to do to change your life? Think about that. And whatever you come up with, do it now. Thank you.
please appreciate Sue one more time. Thank you so much. Thank you.